An artillery shell landed near the armored vehicle. It was so close that if it had landed a few meters closer, it would have hit the armored vehicle.
Я да.
Давай сюда,
Уходим, уходим.
A Russian FPV drone encounters a Ukrainian soldier in a trench. Six Russian soldiers raid Ukrainian military shelters and take soldiers prisoner one by one. The Russian soldiers first told the Ukrainian soldiers to surrender. They said that if they did not surrender, they would open fire. This is archive footage. Write your thoughts in the comments.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
Цель Sumy.
Давай, считай до 5. Раз, два, руки показывай, 3. А еще есть кто-нибудь? Давай, бегом.
Давай. Вылази на землю быстро.
Лежать тебе. Руки вперед.
Там еще кто-то?
Смотри его, смотри. Поддуй, руки проверяй.
Russian armed forces soldiers raided Ukrainian trenches. The soldiers in the trenches were first asked to surrender, but they refused. Following this, artillery and drone attacks took place. Once again, they were offered the chance to surrender, but they refused. In response, Russian soldiers threw backpacks filled with anti-tank weapons into the shelters. The shelters were blown up in powerful explosions. Footage showing Russian FPV drones using new tandem cumulative thermobaric munitions capable of easily destroying the turrets of Ukrainian armed forces tanks. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Rare footage. The video shows a burning Kraz vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces pulling a weapon toward the front line. Result, it failed and burned. Later, the weapon was hit by an FPV drone. The UAV unit of the Russian battalion's Atlant company first detected and struck the shelter of the Ukrainian armed forces' 44th Mechanized Brigade. Then, one of the Russian fighters approached from the other side and threw 2 anti-tank mines into it. The artillerymen of the 98th Airborne Division are defending enemy positions in Stupochki and clearing the way for further attacks.
Выстрел!
According to a statement from the Russian Defense Ministry, Russian armed forces struck a drone workshop in the Zaporizhzhia region with Garin 2 missiles. Russian drones disrupted the rotation of vehicles in the forest area of Chasiv Yar, where Ukrainian forces had spread out. Judging by the license plates, the vehicles were brought to Ukraine from EU countries, including Germany's Ammerland region, where a Volvo was recently caught on CCTV cameras. Reconnaissance units attached to the 77th Separate Battalion, together with motorized riflemen from the 394th Regiment of the 127th Division, first damaged and then burned an armored vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in the Shevchenko region. The 16th Special Forces Unit destroyed another UAV control center in the direction of Krasny Lyman. Three Baba Yaga hexacopters shot down by the Ukrainian armed forces in the direction of Konstantinovka. There are a large number of helicopters flying here, working on the Russians. As a bonus from the 3rd Army Corps' drone fighters, we took control of one of the heavy helicopters shot down from the first person. A clip showing a Russian fiber optic drone conducting sensitive operations on a Ukrainian pickup truck. Reconnaissance operation. 3 pickup trucks loaded with supplies and ammunition were destroyed. In the Seversky direction, reconnaissance units carried out a precision strike using FPV drones. As a result, 3 Ukrainian pickup trucks loaded with food and ammunition were burned and completely destroyed. Just as the drone, capable of dropping Russian ammunition, was about to drop a bomb, the Ukrainian soldier raised his hands and begged for surrender. The operator did not attack. Detailed images of the liberation of the village of Novolenivka. The trenches and shelters found in the village were destroyed and cleared one by one. The tracks of the infantry who fled into the village were followed. Russian mobile forces launched sudden raids on the village and raided houses identified by reconnaissance drones. The security of the village was ensured with the intelligence provided by the drone unit to the ground troops. The Russian soldier who recorded the video said, "Once again, we would like to thank the kind soldiers of the Ukrainian armed forces for not abandoning their fortifications and sending us these wonderful Western toys along with our land."
Вот такие подарочки гуманитарные представляет украинская армия в спешке, бегая от нас, от вооруженных сил Российской Федерации. Теперь будет работать на нас.
In the Zaporizhzhia region, a D-30 howitzer camouflaged by the armed forces of Ukraine was spotted. There was also a mortar in the same position. Russian artillery then destroyed the position with a single accurate shot. Another pickup truck was spotted during the Russian reconnaissance. The pickup was loaded with supplies and was transporting them to the positions. After being hit by a Russian FPV drone, the crew got out and decided to hide behind nearby bushes and trees. The FPV drones could not enter between the trees, but Russian artillery fired precision strikes at the detected coordinates. Operators of attack drones belonging to the Tula airborne forces are destroying dozens of pieces of equipment belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces every day in the Sumy region. A Ukrainian fighter tries to hide under the trees from a Russian drone.
Ваня, в яму залез.
Ukrainian UAVs attacked Yelabuga in Tatarstan, where the Gurene production facility operates. There is no information yet on whether the plant itself was attacked. A chemical plant in Kineshma in the Ivanovo region was also attacked. Russian air defenses shot down 96 drones overnight, with a total of 148 drones shot down during the day. A group of Ukrainian infantrymen was spotted in the village of Pleshchevka and was moving towards the PVD. The Rubicon combat group struck the PVD with a KVN fiber optic drone. Target control was carried out by pilots from the 346th Special Forces Regiment. A Russian unit ambushed a Ukrainian armored personnel carrier. Soldiers jumped out of the armored vehicle in a state of panic. Ukrainian forces are facing difficult moments under intense Russian artillery and drone attacks. Russian and Ukrainian forces are engaged in close combat. A short excerpt from the work of an FPV operator and engineer. Everyone is doing their job, and as you can see, they are doing it with complete confidence and a sparkle in their eyes. After completing the necessary preparatory measures, the men destroyed Ukraine's camouflaged howitzer. Information was received about a mobile group of Ukrainians on motorcycles operating near Ivanopol. Drone operators chased the motorcyclists. As a result, One of them lost his motorcycle and managed to hide in the bushes. The other motorcyclist was not so lucky. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Russian Air Force is bombing Ukrainian infantry and equipment in the Sumy region, where Ukrainian forces are gathering. Earlier, Ukrainian forces launched a series of attacks in the direction of Tetkino to slow down the Russian advance in the Sumy region, where a buffer zone is being created. Ukraine's 141st Air Force Base was hit by an FAB-3000 airstrike. Pokrovsk direction. New footage of attacks carried out by Russian fiber optic drones on the positions and shelters of the Ukrainian armed forces. Fab shells were dropped from the UMPK on the ABI of the Armed Forces of Ukraine west of the village of Alexievka, Sumy region. Footage of combat operations carried out by UAV operators affiliated with the 3rd Combined Arms Army of the Southern Military District to destroy a Ukrainian Baba Yaga attack UAV that was detected. UAVs of the Russian Vostok group struck Ukrainian infantry in the direction of South Donetsk. Russian FPV UAVs destroyed an electronic warfare-equipped pickup truck and a Humvee armored vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces. A Russian attack drone spotted a Ukrainian ground-based UAV during a reconnaissance mission. As it approached to strike the Ukrainian UAV, it spotted 3 Ukrainian soldiers hiding in a corner. The soldiers noticed the Russian drone and a chase ensued. A bunker of the Ukrainian armed forces was attacked by a massive drone strike. The soldiers inside panicked and some were injured. A brave Russian soldier carried a backpack full of anti-tank mines on foot to the bunker. After lighting the fuse of the anti-tank mine in the backpack, he threw the mine into the bunker and ran away.